Hello, 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 hello. Susila?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mark your attendance. Okay. Can I start? Can I start the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So, okay. So in last class, I'm discussing about your OST. So what is your OST? What is the significance of OST? How we calculate OST? I think I discussed all the technical aspects of your OST. Basically, some few points are left for your OST. So in today's session, I'm discussing all the relevant point which will left in your OST. So today, I think your OST will be completed, or I try to complete your OST, IST, HST, and last cross section element for your side distance and intersection. So basically I try to complete your geometric design second element, because uh, in geometric design of highway we have bifurcated all geometric design into 5 elements. First one is your cross section element. Slowly I cover all the technical aspects of your cross section element. Then I start your side distance consideration. So in side distance consideration, I define what do you mean by side distance, what are the different restrictions which will restrict our side distance. Then I gradually move toward different types of side distance. So one of the side distance is your stopping side distance. I discuss all the technical aspects of your SST, that is also known as absolute minimum side distance, or stopping side distance, or minimum side distance. Next, I cover your overtaking side distance, that is also known as safe overtaking or safe passing side distance. So during discussion of your OST, I'm discussing about the acceleration. So basically the acceleration of overtaking vehicle varies depends upon the several factors. So these are the different factors on which our acceleration of overtaking vehicle will depend. First one is your type of vehicle. So if next one is your condition of vehicle, next one is your load on vehicle, next one is your speed of vehicle, and next one is your characteristic of driver. So type of vehicle, it will be clear, obviously from your side, that if your bike if your bike is a small bike, then you accelerate faster. Example, bike acceleration is more than car acceleration is more than truck, because here if you see, you stand at a signal here, here a signal is situated at any intersection. So if you see here a red light is given by that signal. So what you observe at this particular section of road, this is a section of road, all the vehicles comes to a stop. Here our two-wheeler comes to a stop. Here our four-wheeler comes to a stop. Here one of the truck will come to a stop. So when you observe that this red signal comes to green, then you see then the bikers will accelerate faster than car, and he cross this intersection very very easily or very rapidly than this car. So basically type of vehicle will also govern our acceleration of vehicle. Next is your condition of vehicle. If your vehicle is new, then your acceleration is fast. If your vehicle is old, then your acceleration is slow. This is quite obvious points. Load on vehicle. If you observe, you give more load on your vehicle. That means on a bike, if only you ride, then acceleration or the rate of acceleration is fast. If you ride your vehicle and also on that particular vehicle your two or three close friends is also sitting, and you observe the acceleration of that particular vehicle will be low. So if load increase, then acceleration will also decrease. Next is your speed of vehicle. So if the speed is high, basically if your speed is high, then the rate of acceleration is low, because here this is, I think this is a confusing point, that how we say if a speed of vehicle is more, then acceleration is less. How can anyone say how it is possible that if a speed is high, then acceleration or the acceleration of our taking vehicle will less? Because these are quite obvious point. If load is high, then acceleration is low. If vehicle is old, then acceleration is low. Can anyone say how speed of vehicle will affect our acceleration? Or here I am saying that if a speed of vehicle is high, then rate of acceleration is low. Can anyone elaborate this point from your side? तो बता सकते हो कि अगर स्पीड ऑफ व्हीकल ज़्यादा होगा तो हमारा एक्सीलरेशन कम कैसे होगा?
सर यदि कम स्पीड रहता है तो ज्यादा होता है, तो मतलब एक्सेलरेशन ज्यादा होगा, लेकिन ऑलरेडी ज्यादा है तो एक्सेलरेशन कम होगा।
Okay, okay. So I think you are saying right that acceleration is rate of change of speed. Basically, acceleration you read in your 8 or 9 standard that acceleration is your change in velocity with respect to time. So it is dB by dt. So basically, acceleration is rate of change of speed. So here, if you observe one vehicle, here if you observe one vehicle is moving with, here if you observe one vehicle is moving with 30 kilometer per hour, 30 kilometer per hour, and he have he has to change his speed from 30 to 90 kilometer per hour. Then it is a case where your vehicle is traveling with, I think, 30 kilometer per hour, and they have to accelerate its speed up to 90 kilometer per hour. Then here the rate of acceleration is more. Here the rate of acceleration is more. Or basically, if your vehicle is moving with 30 kilometer per hour, and if you have to change your or accelerate your speed up to 90 kilometer per hour, that means here less change in speed will occur. So here less change in speed will occur, and here we can say that if speed is high, then the chances of change of rate of speed is less. Because if you observe here, you all observe here, if you see your at your home, your bike or your motorcycle is in rest position or in stop position. Your any family member say to you that you go to market and buy some vegetables or something from market for food. So you go and you put your key on this bike and start your bike. Then here if you observe your the initial speed of your vehicle is 0 kilometer per hour, or your vehicle is in rest. If you want to start your vehicle, then you automatically from your home to a road just ahead of 30 or 40 meter from your home, you start as- you start your vehicle from 0 to a sudden speed. So you give here a speed of 50 kilometer per hour, which is quite a distance of 30 or 40 meter from your home. So from 0 to 50 kilometer per hour, here the rate of acceleration is high, because rate of acceleration, that means 50 minus 0, here dB value is more. So if here, if you see, automatically your speed of vehicle is 80 kilometer per hour, but you just want to change your speed from 80 to 90, then here rate of change of speed is very less. So it is quite obvious that if a speed of vehicle is automatically very high, then the rate of change of speed given by that vehicle is very less. So if speed of vehicle is more, then the acceleration will be less. So in that manner, we understand this point. Next is your characteristic of driver. So basically it is quite obvious point that if characteristic of driver is, I already discussed these points in detail in various places. That means in your, I think, discussing cross section element, I discussed this point. Also in side distance consideration, I discussed this point, that how, what are the various characteristic of driver, and how the characteristic of driver will influence our different cross section elements. So one of the cross section element under side distance is acceleration of overtaking vehicle. So basically acceleration of overtaking vehicle is also affected by characteristic of driver. So this table is also given by our IRC, because in many examination, if you observe, then they do not give the value of acceleration. I think in last classes I discussed one problem where the rate of acceleration is not given in question. Or one of the student, I think her name is Dharni, asking from me that, sir, how we take the value of acceleration. So I think in that question, speed is given as 90 kilometer per hour. So in that particular question, we take the speed as 0.68. We take the acceleration as 0.68. So basically this table you have to be kept in your mind, and you have to keep the value of acceleration from 65 to 100 kilometer per hour, because generally in question they give a speed ranging from 65 to 100 kilometer per hour. So if in question they just give the value of 90 kilometer per hour as a speed, then from interpolation you find the relative acceleration corresponding to your speed of 90 km per hour. So basically this table is given by our IRC. So maximum overtaking acceleration at different speed are as follow. So you must remember this table, but from speed 65 to 100 km per hour, you just remember these three acceleration formula. So one of the acceleration is your I think 0.92, next one is 0.72, next one is 0.53. So gradually here from the table you also observe that if speed is going from 60 to 80, that means our speed will increases, because here our speed, first our speed is 60 kilometer per hour, then our speed is 80 kilometer per hour, then you observe here the speed of our vehicle will increase from 50 kilometer per hour. If you observe 80 to 100 kilometer per hour, then here you also see the speed of vehicle will increase. So from table, if you see, then this point will automatically clear that speed of vehicle if increases, then acceleration is decreases. So here if speed is 60 to 100, then here you see your acceleration is 0.92, then here at 100 kilometer per hour your acceleration is 0.53. So in such manner you just kept these things in your mind, that if a speed of vehicle is increases, that means here from 25 to 30, 40, 50, 65, 80, 100, gradually the rate of acceleration will be decreases. So you just remember this point 0.92 and 0.53, and rest thing you interpolate from the question which is asked by your I think examiner, that is maybe your 70 kilometer, 75 kilometer, 85 or 90 and 95 kilometer, any value. So can I proceed? Is it clear to everyone? आगे चले?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So next point is your effect of gradient on OST. So I think next point is effect of gradient on OST. So when I'm discussing about OST, then you observe that I'm not giving any formula or anything with respect to gradient. But when I'm discussing about your SST, that means stopping side distance, then I derive a formula for your flat pavement or flat road. Then I derive a formula for your upward gradient. Then I derive a formula for your downward gradient. And at that particular instant of time, I also give a formula which will be specific for your up gradient and also for your down gradient. But during discussion of OST, I do not give the concept of gradient, and I also do not derive anything about your gradient. So if it required, then I already discussed these things. But you have to keep this point in mind that the OST required may increase on ascending as well as descending gradient. So you must remember these things, that OST requirement may increase, it not be always increase. OST requirement may increase on ascending as well as descending gradient. Here I think also effect of gradient on OST, here it is also, if you see here, OST requirement may, here may is written, that means it is not 100% correct. That means it may increase on ascending or descending gradient, because if you clearly understand the below points, then it will be automatically clear. Because here if you see here, this is your descending gradient. So basically this is your descending gradient, this is your descending gradient. So from top to bottom, you just you take your college example, that means from admin building or from your department, you complete your class and then moving towards your hostel, then you feel this. That is, I think it is very practical to you all, because in your college also descending gradient is available and also ascending gradient is available, or also mild gradient is available. All things are available. So basically, in descending gradient, if you observe that here, if you observe that here here is your vehicle. So you just take here, you just stop here, you just wait. So here you observe, from this position you feel that your vehicle will automatically falls towards down. So here if you observe, your vehicle will automatically fall towards down. That means here no need to accelerate your vehicle, or if you take out key from this vehicle also, then due to weight of your vehicle or due to descending gradient, your vehicle will automatically fall down. It may be happen or not happen, it will be happen for you or it will not happen.
Sir, yes, sir, it happens.
Okay, so in descending gradient, acceleration of your overtaking vehicle, because here our weight component and also here the acceleration due to gravity is very high. So basically what will happen here in descending gradient, acceleration of overtaking vehicle increases, because if here we have automatically acceleration, because if you just put out your key from your vehicle or your bike, then you see, then due to descending gradient or due to weight of your vehicle will automatically travel from down descending gradient. That means your vehicle will be automatically traveling from descending gradient. So what will happen here, the acceleration of your overtaking vehicle increase here. But here if you see the vehicle which you want to overtake, so here is a vehicle which you want to overtake. So basically this slow moving vehicle or this overtaken vehicle may also accelerate, because here the if the prevailing condition occur for this vehicle, then for this slow moving vehicle this condition is also valid. So here also the acceleration of slow moving vehicle or overtaken vehicle will be increases. So basically what will happen, if we want to overtake our vehicle from this descending gradient, then the acceleration of this overtaking vehicle and also the acceleration of this overtaken vehicle will increase during overtaking operation. So what will happen? So what will happen if you see, if the value of you, if your value of acceleration, if, here we see acceleration is high, that means here if acceleration is high, then your overtaking time t is equal to root over 4s by a. So your overtaking time will go decrease or not? Here if you see, if your acceleration is high, acceleration of overtaking vehicle is high, then the time taken or overtaking operation time is less or high?
Time becomes less.
Okay, so here you see if your acceleration is high, then you know t is equal to root over 4s by a. So here basically your t overtaking time will go decreases. So but here if you observe, your acceleration of overtaken vehicle will also increase. That means if the acceleration of your overtaken vehicle will increase, so this is your overtaken vehicle, if acceleration of this vehicle is also increased, that means here speed of this vehicle is also high, this speed of this overtaken vehicle will also high. So if the speed of your overtaken vehicle will high, you know t is equal to t is equal to root over 4s by a. T is equal to 4s by a. Here this s is for your, this s is depend on your speed for your, this s will be depend on the speed of your overtaken vehicle, a is depend on your acceleration of your overtaking vehicle. So here we have two variables come at a single point, one is your s, another is your a, because s dependent upon your vb. So here two variable comes, one is a, one is s. So here we can say that in descending gradient, acceleration of overtaking vehicle also increases, and also the acceleration of your overtaken vehicle will increase, or your overtaken vehicle will accelerate to a greater distance v during the overtaking operation time. So if here a is high, then that means if your acceleration is high, then we know t is equal to root over 4s by a. Then your t is less, if a is high, then your t is less. But here our overtaken vehicle also start accelerating, so its speed increases. If speed increases, we also know t is equal to root over 4s by a. So if s is high, then t is going to be increases. So here two things will vary. One condition is for your acceleration is high for your overtaken vehicle. Also for same condition, the distance traveled by or overtaken vehicle will accelerate a high distance. So your his speed is high. So basically his time, in one case time is overtaking time is decreases, in one case your overtaking time will be increases. So two thing will vary. So we do not say that variation or here net impact of our this overtaking time, because at one time our at one time our t is decreases, because here a increases t decrease. If here s is increases, here our t is increases. So at a single condition, that means in descending gradient, one condition came when our overtaking time will decreases, one condition came when our overtaking time will decreases. So we cannot give a clear cut decision that, because here two things will vary simultaneously. So here we do not say about our variation, our net impact of overtaking time. So it is clear to everyone? Clear?
Yes, sir.
क्या बताएं कि अगर तुम्हारा डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट है, डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट में बताएं कि अपने कॉलेज का एग्जांपल लो, कॉलेज से जब नीचे उतरते हो तो देखिए होगे बाइक का अगर चाबी भी बंद कर दोगे तो तुम्हारा बाइक नीचे चला जाएगा, तुम्हारा जो हॉस्टल है वहाँ तक तुम्हारा बाइक अपने आप चला जाएगा। ये क्या कारण होता है? इसमें डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट है। दैट मीन्स हमारा जो भी, अब क्या है कि तुम्हारा एक दोस्त यहाँ पे था, तुम्हारा ये बाइक है, तुम्हारा एक दोस्त का बाइक यहाँ पे है, बेचारे का बाइक पुराना है, तुम्हारा बाइक नया है। तो हम पता है हमको कि अगर टाइप ऑफ व्हीकल पे भी हमारा एक्सेलरेशन डिपेंड करेगा, तो हमारा नया बाइक है वो जल्दी से इसको ओवरटेक कर लेगा। लेकिन इसमें क्या होगा कि अब मान के चलो हम ओवरटेक ही करना है, यहाँ तो हम कॉलेज का एग्जाम्पल लिया, लेकिन हमारे पास ऐसा एग्जाम्पल होगा जहाँ पे डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट हो, यहाँ पे भी है, तो ऐसा भी कंडीशन आता है कि यहाँ पे हम किसी अपने दोस्त को छोड़ के पीछे ओवरटेक करके नीचे आ जाते हैं इसको। लेकिन इस केस को अगर विजुअलाइज करें तो पता ये चला कि डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट में जो एसिलेशन होता है ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल का, जिसको क्या ओवरटेक करे, अपने दोस्त के व्हीकल को ओवरटेक करे, क्योंकि मेरा नया बाइक उसका पुराना बाइक, तो हम अपने दोस्त के व्हीकल को जब ओवरटेक कर रहे हैं उस केस में हमको ये पता चला डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट में कि जो एसिलेशन होगा तुम्हारे व्हीकल का, मतलब हमारे व्हीकल का, वो ज़्यादा होगा और वो बढ़ जाएगा। क्यों? क्योंकि डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट है, हमारा बेड का कंपोनेंट लग रहा है डाउनवर्ड, हमारा एसिलेशन ऑफ ग्रेविटी उसको हेल्प कर रहा है, तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली नीचे आ जाएगा। लेकिन इस टाइम में क्या होगा कि क्या तुम्हारे दोस्त का व्हीकल ऐसा थोड़ी है कि वो उसके साथ उल्टा होगा, वो भी नीचे ही आ रहा है, तो इस केस में उसका भले ही स्लो व्हीकल है, उसका पुराना व्हीकल है, लेकिन उसका भी तो एसिलेशन बढ़ेगा। अब जैसे ही उसका एसिलेशन बढ़ेगा तो हमको ये पता चल गया कि हमारा जो उसका डिस्टेंस लेगा, मतलब जो वो डिस्टेंस बी ट्रेवल करेगा ओवरटेकिंग ऑपरेशन टाइम में, वो बढ़ जाएगा क्योंकि एसिलेशन बढ़ गया। अब अगर बी बढ़ गया तो हमको ये पता है कि बी हमारा स्पीड से रिलेटेड है। अब अगर स्पीड बढ़ गया, यहाँ पे पहले ओवरटेकन व्हीकल के लिए आ जाओ, अगर स्पीड बढ़ गया तो हमारा ओवरटेकिंग ऑपरेशन टाइम बढ़ गया, लेकिन सेम टाइम में भी तो हमारा ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल के लिए क्या हो रहा है कि उसका एसिलेशन बढ़ रहा है। अब एसिलेशन बढ़ रहा है मतलब एक साथ दो दो चीज हो रहा है। ये फार्मूला जो निकाले थे ओवरटेकिंग ऑपरेशन टाइम का टी का, इसमें जो एस है ये तुम्हारा ये स्पीड को गवर्न करता है किसके? ओवरटेकन व्हीकल के। और ये जो है वो गवर्न करता है किसके? एसिलेशन के ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल के। तो एक ही फिनोमिना है, डिसेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट ही है। यहाँ ए बेचारा बढ़ रहा है, ये तुम्हारा एस भी जो है तुम्हारा बढ़ रहा है। क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्पीड तुम्हारा बढ़ रहा है। तो एक बार जब हम ओवरटेकिंग के लिए लिए, ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल के लिए, तो हमारा टी डिक्रीज हो जाएगा। क्यों? क्योंकि दो चीज को एक साथ हम वेरिएबल बना के कैलकुलेशन नहीं कर सकते, यहाँ पे दो चीज है तो किसी न किसी को एक कांस्टेंट मानना पड़ेगा। तो कांस्टेंट माने हम एस को ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल के लिए और ए को हम वैरी कराएं। अब जैसे ही ए को वैरी कराएंगे मतलब ए को बढ़ाएंगे, जो कि हमारा प्रिवेलिंग कंडीशन है, ए बढ़ाएं मतलब टी हो गया कम। यहाँ पे फिर आए, जैसे ही हम ए को तो कांस्टेंट रखें क्योंकि हमारा ये ओवर टेकन व्हीकल है, तो यहाँ पे हमको ए से मतलब नहीं है क्योंकि ओवरटेकिंग का केस हो गया, ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल का। लेकिन यहाँ पे एस तो बढ़ रहा है क्योंकि बी बढ़ा, वी भी बढ़ा, तब जाके एस बढ़ गया, बिकॉज एस इज योर स्पेस वे। और basically this S is depend upon your VB because 0.2 VB plus 6 I derived this empirical equation during your discussion of your OST. So if your S is increases then your T is increases. So for same condition, that means for descending gradient, two things will be happening. One, in one case your T decreases, in another case T increases. So here two things will vary. We do not say about variation because अगर बढ़ जाता दोनों केस में तो बताते, लेकिन ये पता है, ये लॉजिक हमको पता है कि आखिर क्या क्या हो रहा है, इसलिए हम कह नहीं सकते हैं कि टी के साथ क्या होगा। ओके, चले आगे।
सर
ओके, नेक्स्ट is your on ascending gradient the acceleration of overtaken vehicle will be less but overtaking vehicle would also move with lower velocity. अब खुद ऑब्जर्व करो, यहाँ से तुमको असेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट पे चढ़ना है, नीचे से कॉलेज की तरफ चढ़ रहा है, ऊपर चढ़ रहे हो असेंडिंग ग्रेडियंट में, यहाँ पे तुम्हारे भी गाड़ी को के एसिलेशन को बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। क्यों? अगर नहीं बढ़ाओगे तो फिर ऊपर से नीचे गिर सकते हो, गाड़ी के लेके ही तुम्हारे गाड़ी का ओवर टर्निंग हो जाएगा या फिर टॉपलिंग हो जाएगा, लेके गाड़ी को आ जाएगा। वैसे ही जो बेचारा पैदल चढ़ता होगा उसको यहाँ पे जाके इसको और थोड़ा सा अपने एसिलेशन के रेट को बढ़ाना होगा। अगर थक जाएगा मतलब उसका एसिलेशन का रेट ही कम हो गया, कुछ उसके पास जान नहीं बचा, वो बेचारा आराम से नीचे आ सकता है। तो हियर वी सी that on ascending gradient the acceleration of overtaking vehicle will be less because here तुमको क्या है कि तुम अपने जिस रेट से जा रहे थे 60 किलोमीटर 40 किलोमीटर से जा रहे थे, तुम्हारा एसिलेशन जो था यहाँ पे तुम्हारा हाई था, लेकिन इस कंडीशन में जाने के बाद तुम्हारे एसिलेशन में डिक्रीमेंट आता है, जो कि पता है। अगर ओवरटेकिंग व्हीकल के एसिलेशन में डिक्रीमेंट आया, दैट मीन्स ऑटोमेटिकली जिस व्हीकल को ओवरटेक करना है उसके भी एसिलेशन में डिक्रीमेंट आएगा। सो basically here we can say our T how depends or how change if we move on ascending gradient. So here you keep 2 point in mind that on descending gradient, the acceleration of overtaken vehicle and also the acceleration of your overtaken vehicle will increases. On ascending gradient, the acceleration of your overtaken vehicle and also overtaken vehicle will decreases. So these points are, I think, clear to all. Next is hence on mild gradient, as of that in plane and rolling terrain, the OST at both ascending gradient are generally taken equal to that of level sketch. However, at steeper grades, the OST should be greater than minimum OST at plane level. So you must keep this point in mind. At a steeper grade, the OSD should be greater than minimum OSD at plane level. So this is, I think, uh, objective point that at a steeper grade, if your grades are steeper, then at that grade, if you calculate your OSD, then that OSD will be greater than your OST which you get at your plane level. Next point, this is clear. Next is hence on mild gradient that as that of in plane or rolling terrain, because I discussed this, we have basically four type of terrain. One is your plain terrain, next is your rolling terrain, next is your mountainous terrain, and next is your steep terrain. So basically these are four type of terrain. So hence on mild gradient. So if your mild gradient is in plane and rolling terrain, then OST at both ascending gradient are generally taken to that of your level sketch. Here ascending and descending gradient, both, that means ascending and descending gradient are taken equal and that of level sketch. So here if our OST for ascending gradient and if our OST for descending gradient comes out to be same, so in calculation of your OST, that means we calculate D1 plus D2 plus D3, we do not consider our gradient. So because here it is clear that on mild gradient, both, that means ascending and descending gradients are generally taken equal as that of level sketch. Next is if you calculate, if in question steeper gradient will be given, then you observe this point in mind that at steeper gradient your acceleration of overtaking vehicle will be high, your acceleration of also overtaken vehicle will be high, so your OST will be high as that of your minimum OST. So basically these are the points, or OST on two lane highway for different speeds are given below. So if you see this table is given by your IRC, so you must remember this table. The next, I think these all things will be clear. D1 plus D2, how we calculate. D1 plus D2, how we calculate. Here one thing will be left. Here one thing will be left. So here you see, here at various places, if you observe at various places, if OST cannot be provided over a particular stretch of road, that means we are designers, we are civil engineers. So basically we have to design SST or OST for a particular road, or we try to provide OST or SST at every section of road, because in India mixed traffic will be moving. So you feel on a same road your bullock cart is moving, your cycle is moving, your motorcycle is moving. So we have to provide OSD at every section of road which we design in India. So we try to provide OSD at various section, or at every section of our road. So if OSD, so my point is, if OSD cannot be provided over particular stretch of road section, if we are not able to provide OSD at a particular section of road, in such cases, for safe overtaking of vehicle at design speed, opportunity must be given to the vehicle. Such zones are termed as overtaking zone. So if suppose if any road pass through, so just wait, if you see, here is the point given, here it is given, if OST cannot be provided over a particular stretch of road section, we generally try to provide OST at every section of road, but it may be possible that at a particular section of road we do not provide our OST. In such cases, for safe overtaking of vehicle. So for in such case where we do not provide OST, then at such cases we provide safe overtaking of vehicle at design speed. So we have to design overtaking zone, or we have to provide overtaking zone for that place or for that section of road where OST cannot be provided. So example, if any road pass through forest area, that means in various places you travel up to your this much of life, that maybe many road pass through forest area. So basically if any road pass through forest area, then there is a restriction of land on that particular area, because forest officers and the forestmen do not allow you to cut the tree. So if you have a permit to cut that much of tree, or that much of I think timbers, so basically you cut that much of timber and you pass the road from that forest area. If forest department or forest officer do not give you permit to cut that much of tree, you find trouble. That means you do not pass your road from that forest area without permission of forest officers. So you see, if any road pass through forest area, then there is restriction of land on that particular area. So before starting of forest area, we provide overtaking zone. So in India, many situation or many possibility will came that at various places we find this difficulty that for a section of road or for a stretch of road we can't provide our OST, so we provide overtaking zone. So I take an example that in forest area we know the lands are restricted on both the sides, so we have not provide OST overtaking side distance of that much which will needed on that particular road. So we, before starting of that forest area, we provide overtaking zone and allow our vehicle to just overtake in that particular section, because ahead forest area will be started, so there is no need of overtaking in that particular area. So at that place we provide overtaking zone. So as a whole, if I discuss that for a particular section of road or a particular stretch of road, we require overtaking zone. So what are the value of overtaking zone? Well, given by our IRC. So you remember these things. Minimum overtaking side distance is your, or minimum overtaking zone is 3 times of your OST, और डिजायरेबल मीन्स हमको जरूरत है, डिजायरेबल और मैक्सिमम OST provided by your IRC is your 5 time of OST. So basically overtaking zone we provide on a particular section of road where it will be needed. Minimum value is 3 time of OST and desirable value or maximum value we provide is 5 time of your OST. So is it clear to all? Is it clear? Is it clear to all? So here you
Yes,
see,
sir.
so here you see, here you see we have, just wait, here you see, here we have signpost overtaking zone ahead, here we have signpost end of overtaking zone, here we have signpost for this particular direction vehicle that from here overtaking zone ahead. So here we have overtaking zone ahead, in this particular zone we overtake our vehicle. So here also a signboard is giving that's signpost end of overtaking zone. So basically here is our end of our overtaking zone, and here we just travel in a particular lane. From also in this direction, if some vehicle is moving, then here it is written that start or of your overtaking zone. So here SP1 is written, signpost overtaking zone ahead. So in this zone we start overtaking our vehicle. So here overtaking zone is equal to 3 to 5 time of OST. So you must remember minimum overtaking zone provided is your 3 time of OST. Maximum overtaking zone provided is your 5 time of OST. Is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.